Hey everyone, Mommy Zani here, and today we're diving into some seriously exciting Wuthering Waves leaks spanning from version 3.2 all the way to version 3.4. If you've been craving updates on upcoming characters, reruns, and just a little bit of spicy speculation, you are absolutely in the right place. Quick reminder before we get started, everything we're talking about today is based on leaks. As always, take it with a grain of salt. Things can absolutely change before release, so keep that in mind while we break all of this down. Alright, let's jump in. Version 3.2 is currently expected to launch on March 19th, and the banner lineup is already sparking a lot of discussion. Starting with Phase 1, because this one looks strong right out of the gate, we're getting the debut of Sigrika, a 5-star arrow main DPS who uses gauntlets. Most of her damage is centered around echo damage, and she's believed to have strong synergy with Kyuan. If you enjoy focused, high-impact DPS characters built around a clear and defined mechanic, she already sounds incredibly promising. She's also closely tied to the newly released Echo set, Sound of True Name, which is expected to be her signature set. Just looking at the set effects gives us a solid hint about her overall skill design and gameplay direction. It really feels like the developers are going all in on echo amplification with her kit, and honestly, that's exciting. When a character is fully designed around pushing a specific system to its limits, it can feel incredibly satisfying when everything clicks together. What makes this even more interesting is that Sigrika is expected to be the only new limited character in version 3.2. That could make this banner extremely focused for players who want to invest in her, or a very easy skip for anyone saving for future releases. It really comes down to your current roster and whether you're ready to commit to echo-based teams. Alongside her, we have Kyuan, a 5-star arrow sub-DPS and support who wields a sword. His role centers on providing significant team-wide echo skill damage buffs, which immediately makes him stand out. If echo-based compositions start becoming more prominent, his value could rise very quickly. The synergy between him and Sigrika is one of the biggest talking points right now, and honestly, it feels very intentional. When you look at their kits together, it's hard not to see the direction the developers are taking. Moving to Phase 2, Phoebe is making her return. She's a 5-star Spectro Rectifier with 2 distinct playstyles unlocked by filling her prayer gauge. Once that gauge is full, she can either shift into burst damage or provide off-field damage over time through Spectro Frazzle. Her kit revolves around summoning a ring of mirrors that stagnates enemies and offers tactical teleportation. When she's inside the ring, her basic attacks are enhanced, and when she's outside of it, she can pull enemies inward. It gives her a really dynamic and flexible feel. Depending on how you build her, she can function as a strong on-field damage dealer or as a supportive enabler. That kind of adaptability is always appealing, especially for players who love experimenting with different team setups. Now moving on to version 3.3, things get even more exciting because this marks the 2nd anniversary of Wuthering Waves. Anniversary patches are always big, and this one looks no different. Phase 1 is expected to feature Hiyuki, whose body model is said to be similar to Zani. She's rumored to be the anniversary unit and a 5-star Glacio DPS who uses a sword. Anniversary characters usually come with strong kits and major visual appeal, so naturally expectations are already high. If she truly is the headliner of the celebration, there's a good chance she'll make a serious impact. Then, in Phase 2, we're looking at Danya, whose body model is similar to Sigrika. She's a 5-star fusion sub-DPS and support who uses a rectifier. There's speculation that she could be a dedicated support for Amith, potentially specializing in fusion burst effects. If that turns out to be true, it could seriously elevate fusion teams and create an entirely new synergy core. That's the kind of shift that subtly changes the meta without people fully realizing it at first. On top of that, Morny may be receiving a new skin in version 3.3, which is always a welcome surprise. Skins during anniversary patches usually get extra attention to detail, so if this happens, it could easily become a fan favorite. Since this is the second anniversary, Kuro might also do something similar to what they did in version 2.3 by introducing anniversary and weapon banners. That's not confirmed, but it would make sense for a celebration patch. If that ends up happening, resource management is going to get very real for a lot of us. Now let's talk about version 3.4, because this is where things get genuinely wild. A full collaboration with Cyberpunk Edgerunners. When I first read that, I had to double-check. This is one of those crossovers that feels almost too bold to be real. Phase 1 is expected to feature Lucy, a 5-star Spectro hybrid DPS who uses pistols. Alongside her is Rebecca, a 5-star Havoc support who also uses pistols. Just imagining how their kits, visual effects, and combat animations might blend into Wuthering Waves is kind of surreal. The aesthetic contrast, in the best possible way, could be amazing. There are rumors in the community suggesting that since both Lucy and Rebecca are arriving together in one phase, one of them might be free. I want to stress this clearly. That is purely speculation. It is not confirmed leak information. It's a community rumor, so take it with a full grain of salt. Then in Phase 2, Lucilla is expected to arrive. She's a 5-star Glacio DPS or sub-DPS who uses a rectifier. She's been pushed back in previous banner expectations, and now she may be releasing alongside collaboration characters. That's going to be a tough patch. Trying to choose between limited collab units and a long-awaited Glacio character is exactly the kind of decision that tests your savings and your discipline. Now, stepping back and looking at everything from 3.2 to 3.4 as a whole, the overall banner trajectory feels very intentional. Version 3.2 seems hyper-focused on echo synergy and arrow optimization. Version 3.3 looks like a celebration of power and polish with a likely meta-defining anniversary, DPS, and a potential fusion enabler. Then 3.4 just throws the doors open with a major collaboration that could shift both aesthetics and team-building priorities in a completely different direction. If these leaks hold true, we're looking at a stretch of patches that target 3 different types of players. The system optimizers who love building around mechanics like echo scaling, the anniversary chasers who want the strongest, flashiest unit of the year, and the collectors and hype-driven players who will not miss a limited collaboration no matter what. From a resource management perspective, this might be one of the most demanding stretches the game has seen so far. There's synergy bait, anniversary pressure, and then collab exclusivity all stacked back to back. That's not accidental. It creates constant temptation, and honestly, it keeps the game feeling alive. So whether you're planning every pull with spreadsheet precision or just going with your heart when the banner drops, the months after 3.4 could define a lot of accounts moving forward. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want to stay updated on everything coming next, make sure to like the video, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next update. As always, thank you for spending your time with me. Stay smart with your pulls, stay hyped, and I'll see you in the next one.